Good morning. Today we will study the thermal insulation and critical thickness of insulation. So, what is the thermal insulation? So, thermal insulation means a heat insulating material is one which has a low thermal conductivity. The low thermal conductivity material is called as the thermal insulating material. So, second point is the thermal insulation is provided in thermal system to reduce the heat losses. The definition of the thermal insulation is the material which retards the flow of heat with reasonable effectiveness is known as the insulation. For example, the steam generated in the boiler is taken into the pipes up to the steam turbine. To reduce the heat losses, the pipe is lagged with some form of insulating material. The applications of insulating material it is used in boiler, steam pipes, second in air conditioning system, third the food preserving stores and refrigerators, fourth insulating bricks, and fifth preservation of the liquid gases. Insulation serves the following two purposes. First is it prevents the heat flow from system to the surrounding, and it prevents the heat flow from the surrounding to the system. The required properties of the insulating materials are: first is it is the able to withstand high or low temperature. It should be have a long life and could withstand a rough handling. Third, it must be easy to apply. Fourth, it is economical. And fifth, it should not have any fire risk. So various insulating materials are in practice are asbestos, glass, rock wool, cork, man-made plastic material like expanded polystyrene, magnesium carbonate. So thermal conductivity of the various materials are as follows: Sapphire 0.75 watt per meter Kelvin, fire brick 0.14, glass wool 0.038, mica 0.58, gypsum 0.30, brick 0.7, wood 1.1, concrete 1.38, plaster 0.80, marble 1.3, cement 0.29, glass 0.75, asbestos 0.15, cork 0.042, fiber 0.049 watt per meter Kelvin. Next point is the critical thickness of insulation. So, purpose of insulation is to reduce the heat transfer rate, but it is always true. So let us examine. First is the insulation in case of the plain wall. So here we consider here one plain wall. Consider a case of heat flow across the steel plate. So this is a steel plate, and one layer of insulation is applied to the steel plate. So Ks is the thermal conductivity of the steel plate and Ki is the thermal conductivity of the insulation. Ti is the inlet temperature of the plate, and this insulation here fluid is provided on another side of the insulation. So fluid temperature is the T infinity and H is the coefficient of convective heat transfer. B is the thickness of the steel plate and A is the thickness of the insulation layer. So consider a case of heat flow across the steel plate with layer of insulation applied on it as shown in the figure. So T1 is greater than the T infinity. So heat will be conducted from T1 to the T infinity. So first is the heat transfer rate with insulation. First we consider here two cases. First case is the So we consider first heat transfer rate without insulation. So we consider only the steel plate heat transfer rate without insulation. So Q is equal to T1 minus T infinity upon first resistance is the conductive resistance by the steel plate, B is the thickness of the plate, upon Ks is the thermal conductivity of the plate into area, plus second is the convective resistance. We consider only the steel plate, heat transfer between steel plate and the surrounding fluid. So second is the convective resistance 1 upon H into A. So equation number 1. Now consider heat transfer rate with insulation. Second case is the consider heat transfer rate with insulation. So we consider here both steel plate and insulation. So rate of heat transfer, new rate of heat transfer is the Q1. Q1 is equal to T1 minus T infinity. Then first resistance is the resistance of the steel plate, B upon Ks into A. Second resistance for the insulation, A is the thickness of the insulation, A upon Ki into A, plus convective resistance 1 upon H into A. Equation number 2. So due to increase in thermal resistance of insulation equal to A upon Ki into A, the value of Q1 is always less than Q. We add here one resistance, that is the resistance of the insulation. So due to decrease in the thermal resistance of insulation equal to A into Ki into A, the value of Q1 is always less than Q. So it implies that heat transfer rate will always reduce with insulation in case of the plain wall. So these two equations shows that heat transfer rate always reduce due to with insulation in case of the plain wall. Critical thickness of insulation for cylinder. So we know that adding the more insulation to a wall or to the attic always decreases the heat transfer. The thicker the insulation, the lower the heat transfer rate. This is expected since the heat transfer area is constant, and adding the insulation always increases the thermal resistance of the wall without increasing the convection resistance. But adding insulation to a cylindrical pipe or spherical shell, however, it is different matter. The addition of increases the conduction resistance of the insulation. If we add the insulation here in case of the cylinder or sphere, the conduction resistance of the insulation layer, it increases the conduction resistance of the insulation layer but decreases the convection resistance of the surface because of the increase of the outer surface area of the convection. So heat transfer from pipe may increase or decrease depending on which effect dominates. So the addition of insulation always increases the conductive thermal resistance, but the total thermal resistance made of conductive thermal resistance and convective thermal resistance, addition of insulation may cause reduce to the convective thermal resistance due to increase in the surface area as in the case of cylinder or sphere, and the total resistance may be actually decreased resulting in increased heat flow. It may be shown that thermal resistance actually decreases and they are increased in some cases. So in case of the plain wall, if we add the insulation, the rate of heat transfer always decreases, but in case of the cylinder or sphere, if we add a insulation, the conductive resistance increases but convective resistance decreases due to increase in the surface area if we consider total resistance, conductive resistance plus convective resistance, so in case of the cylinder and sphere, if we add the insulation, the total resistance always decreases. So in case of the cylinder and sphere, this is called as the critical thickness of insulation. So critical thickness of insulation is defined as the thickness up to which heat flow increases and after which heat flow decreases is termed as the critical thickness. In case of cylinder or sphere, it is called as the critical radius. So let us see the derivation of critical thickness of insulation for cylinder. So we consider here one solid cylinder of radius r1. Consider a solid cylinder of radius r1. It's a solid cylinder insulated with an insulation thickness of R2 minus R1. This is insulation thickness of R2 minus R1. Let L is the length of cylinder, T1 is equal to surface temperature. T1 is the surface temperature of the cylinder, and T air is the temperature of air. HO is the heat transfer coefficient. And K is the thermal conductivity of the insulating material. So it's a solid cylinder and lag with the insulation. So when it is lag with the insulation, first the conductive resistance of the cylinder increases, and if we add the insulation to the outer side, so convective resistance, due to increase in the surface area, the convective resistance of the cylinder decreases. So total resistance, conductive resistance plus convective resistance decreases in case of the cylinder. So it is called as the critical thickness of insulation. Then the rate of heat transfer from surface of solid cylinder to the surrounding is given by the rate of heat transfer from the surface to the surrounding of solid cylinder is given by, according to the Fourier's equation, Q is equal to 2 pi L into T1 is the surface temperature, T air is the air temperature, upon log R2 by R1 upon K plus 1 upon HO into R2. Equation number 1. So from above equation, from this equation, it is evident that R2 is called as the critical radius. R2 increases the factor, this is the conductive resistance. The conductive resistance increases but the convective resistance decreases. So the Q becomes maximum. If R2 is the critical radius of the insulation, if R2 increases, the conductive resistance increases but convective resistance decreases, and due to this Q become maximum. So denominator becomes minimum. Then the required condition is that so hence differentiating denominator with respect to R2 and equating it to the 0 we have. So differentiating this denominator with respect to R2. So d by dr2 log R2 by R1 upon K plus 1 upon H R2 is equal to 0. Again d by dr2 into log R2 by R1 upon K, separate this R2, log R1 by K plus 1 upon H R2 is equal to 0. So derivative of the log R2 is the 1 by R2. Derivative of log R2 is the 1 by R2. So it is 1 upon R2 into K. So we have differentiating with respect to R2. So this term is the 0 minus 0. Derivative of 1 by R2 is the minus 1 by R2 square. So here minus 1 by H R2 square is equal to 0. So by dividing both sides by R2, we get this equation 1 by K minus 1 upon H R2 is equal to 0. So 1 by K is equal to 1 by H R2. So R2 is equal to H upon K is equal to RC. So this R2 is equal to H upon K, ratio of coefficient of thermal convective thermal coefficient upon the thermal conductivity is called as the critical radius of insulation for the cylinder. So it is also denoted by the RC. It is a ratio of H by K. Second derivation is the critical thickness of insulation in case of the sphere. So here is consider a hollow sphere of outer radius R1 and temperature T1 which is covered with the insulation of thickness R2 minus R1. So outer radius is the R2. It is subjected to the convective heat transfer coefficient of EH, and fluid temperature is the T air, and K be the thermal conductivity of the insulation. So heat transfer rate across the sphere can be expressed as heat transfer rate Q is equal to